We got Florida boys in here. The boys from Orlando around this bitch. TJ
I like Orlando.
I like Orlando too.
Shit, yeah.
Ho, ho, ho! Back at it. I think we back on. We back, Stu?
Yeah.
Oh, we back. Y'all gotta forgive Stu today. My dog, you know.
I don't even have my camera up.
Oh man, my dog got something going on with a cataract.
Yeah.
You know, we're just gonna say a couple words. We're gonna keep him in our prayers.
Damn.
For what he's going through at this time. It made it sound like a lot serious than what it is.
Well, you treating it like that. I'm telling you don't.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't even have your camera.
That's what I'm saying. You acting like it's that
Got a new
serious.
camera, and it's just not. It's not.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about what.
My bad.
What-
I thought you didn't have your camera up was because of what's going on.
What's going on?
No, it's just not. It's
Okay,
a
okay.
camera.
Look, I pulled what I said back then. I pulled it back.
We got to get you to a barber too.
Chill out, bro.
For real, dog. For real. That my dog, you know.
He always get on you.
That my dog. That's why. Listen, we got to get you to a barber. That's all I'm saying. But we're going to forgive all that today. We back at it like Craftmatic. What week is it? Bama week! Hey, nobody knew we would be this excited about 3 weeks ago.
No, I promise you.
Y'all see Kev in the building. OPZ. Jay in the building. Don't put on nobody else. That's all that's in the building. We got them Orlando boys back there, you know, they in for the week.
Yeah, doing their thing.
But listen, let's get right into it, baby. We got Big Bad Bama coming to town this week. Hold on. We got Big Bad Bama coming to town this week. Never thought we would be in this position to even say we have a chance in the football game. But we have a chance in the football. What's so damn funny?
Nothing.
We have a chance in the football game, right? We ain't even going to get into the score. We're going to have Jay pick the score later. We ain't even going to go into it now because we know she's going to piggyback somebody's damn score. So
I haven't done it in so long. I never did.
that's
in the
because
first
we
place.
make sure. Yes, you did. That's because we make sure you go first now.
Okay.
That's why. You know.
They be trying to copy me.
Kel.
Yo.
Kel, how your week been, dog? What is this? Thursday? It's Bama week. I know it's
Bama
exciting.
week.
It's an exciting week for famous alums.
Definitely. It's been very interesting.
See?
Been traveling throughout the state. Had lunch with Dalton Hilliard yesterday.
DH.
Yes, indeed.
The great Dalton Hilliard.
Always.
Gotta get him on here, dog.
Trust me, he'll come on.
Get my dog
He'll
Dalton
definitely
Hilliard
come
on here, man.
And then today, spoke to a bunch of alumni guys today.
How was Mike Anderson's?
Awesome.
With the over 40 crowd. That's my crowd.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Deborah today. But it was awesome, man. I think, though, that we do need to get more guys involved, especially former players. That's like 30 to the 45.
The younger
range.
group.
Yeah, the younger group. I think that would be good because a lot of the older guys would like to see him. You would never get an opportunity to understand how much of fans that they are of us when you sit down and listen to them and hear them talk about, LSU football during our time and times after.
I bet
me and
some
your
great
time.
stories.
Oh my God! I was telling you the story about how they had some highlights playing of some games way back, and Jimmy Fields, who was another guest speaker at the event,
Jimmy.
He was pointing at the screen, and I just knew that he was talking about what was happening on that play, and I just walked behind him. Yes, it was like, Jimmy, what trash you talking right now? And he's like, oh, Kevin, man, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. And that's just the type of atmosphere I'm talking about. It is.
And you know what's so great about it is Bama week, you especially when you have so much hope going into the week for the weekend with how the with how the guys have been playing. So I know guys are hosting things this week. I know Blue hosting something. We all gonna be vibing somewhere, having a good time, and anticipating a great game Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, which I know I didn't. I didn't anticipate us being this relevant at this time in the season. You know what I mean? I was anticipating Bama rolling and coming in, and basically us as a road bump, a speed bump, in the road to them going to the SEC championship and on to whatever else, and us having a good season. But I mean, shit. Boy, how things have changed in a short period of time, Kel.
And the crazy thing is, things have changed on both sides. Mm-hmm. For us and for them.
100%. Well, that's part of the reason why I'm so, and I'm not saying it's not going to be that type of game still, but that's part of the reason because Bama isn't what I think they should be at this point in the season from what I'm used to seeing from them at this point. Right. And I'm not even talking about explosive plays or anything like that. I'm talking about the missed assignments, the penalties, the things that are uncharacteristic of a Coach Saban team this late in the season. Missed tackles. Yeah, man, just all the little bullshit.
Yeah, the little details that.
Yeah, coming out of a timeout and still having to take a timeout.
Right.
Guys lining up wrong, coming out of a timeout. Things like that, it's coaching. That's all I could put it on. I mean, of course, if you got a couple guys doing it, but if you got it as a whole and it's something that you've been trying to fix from the beginning of the season and it's still a problem now, it's a coaching thing, in my opinion.
Definitely. That's the one thing that's very noticeable about it. It's just the whole little details that's being missed, that's being not attention to details.
100%, and that's not him. Like that's not the standard that he sets for those teams, for those championship teams when he's trying to groom them and get to November. And now, in November is where the real football starts as far as like in the SEC, because you run through what we call that gauntlet where every week it's stiff competition. So, man, the key, Jaden Daniels, man, like, we're going to put it up. We got Bama defense up here, right? Mm-mm. No? Look at this motherfucker.
No, he just didn't have it. It's nothing to do with nothing. We just didn't have it. Like,
it's all good, baby. It's all good.
What we got up there?
I mean, we really went over the whole Ole Miss thing. So
no, I want to go Bama. I want Alabama. I want Alabama defense. I want to talk about Alabama's defense against our offense, right? Because that's where, in my opinion, I mean, it's LSU against Alabama. But the way our offense has been playing, they have an opportunity to put a lot of pressure on the Alabama defense that's not an Alabama defense that we're used to seeing.
Yes, they do, Ro. But my one concern is the offensive line.
Whose?
Our offensive line. Against
They've
their
been playing
D-line.
well.
Yes, they have been playing well. But Alabama's defensive line, if they can win their one-on-one matchups, and we all know what can happen sometimes. I was telling them off air earlier that I just feel like this 2018 team that when we played them here, and that first couple of series, they blitz every other play, and then once they figured that they can get to the quarterback with just a 4-man rush, they set back and play zone and rush.
Well, if they get home with 4 man, it's gonna be a long night.
Exactly.
If they get home with 4 man, it's gonna be a long night. You'll have a good point. We do have to get off to a fast start in this football game. We've been off to slow starts lately. The only thing that I say about our offensive line, to your point with them, is they've been practicing and going up against another good offensive line every day. So them guys that we have on our defensive line, it's an added thing when offense, especially how much the offensive line been moving around, 6 different groups, 7 different groups, whatever it's been. And for me, all the twists and all the shit that we've seen from so many teams, we've gone over it week in and week out here with the ET stunts, the linebacker stunts, and you see them like weekends. So at the beginning for the last 3 weeks, picking it up consistently because they've been seeing it and seeing it more.
Right.
So with that group, I've been slowly getting more confident in that group. But you're right. Early in the game, being able to pick up the twist, being able to account for the overload blitzes that you're gonna see from Coach Saban in Alabama is going, because you already know, man, if you see it once and it works, you're gonna see it again. So yeah, that's a great point, Kev, on the offensive line.
And look, trust me, I'm not down talking our offensive line at all.
Oh no, it's true.
I think they have
been
doing
it's
a
true.
great job.
They balling, but it is the key to the game, because if you get pressure on our guy Jaden Daniels and he's not able to do all the things that he's been doing the last 3 weeks, I mean, we know where it starts. Once they started playing better and more consistently, so did he.
Right. You're right about that. Definitely.
And it's just disruption. Alabama's defense causes disruption. You have to keep a lot of attention to 31 Anderson.
Right.
From just, I mean, he's a disruptor. He's a tremendous player on their side. And the one thing you get with Alabama still is guys that are fast, guys that are explosive. So you see the misdirection here from Texas. A lot of misdirection here from Texas. But also what you see is you see a clean pocket. You know what I mean? You see a clean pocket. That's a clean pocket. You slide to the side, it's a clean pocket. And I think we have a little bit better talent to be able to challenge these DBs out on the flank. You know?
That is definitely the one. Receivers on the DBs.
I think that's definitely, I mean, anytime we line up, we're going to have an advantage with our receivers, in my opinion. And now it's going to come back to what you say, Kev. You see here with Alabama stacking the front, and it's an aggressive bunch. It's an aggressive front. I think you could look, but at the same time, you see here, it's a clean pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a clean pocket.
One thing, though, we can't abandon the run.
I agree.
Yes, they're gonna get their stops, but we can't abandon the run.
And this is the thing. Definitely don't abandon the run. But even just like what you saw here from Texas, a little 4-3-yard pass, screen pass, just like you see out here in the flat, and let them work. That's a run too.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
Bubbles.
Yeah, I agree. Don't abandon it, especially not early if it's not going to be if it's not working early. It's a long football game. Don't do what we did against Tennessee.
Wide routes. Keep those wide routes in there. Stretch those linebackers.
100%. And the thing that you see from Alabama, and we're going to have to see how it works out with us, is you don't see much push from their interior. You see those guys that look like they're what I call Velcro guys, where they stick to you and they're just there to play the run. And I'm sure, pressure. You get pressure when you can, but it doesn't seem like they're doing much in the middle to try to push the pocket against the running back. So to your point, Kev, how important is it going to be for blitz protection? You brought it up earlier. When they bring it, as far as the backs, how important is it going to be for Josh and those guys on the? That's a great pass too.
Number one thing is recognition.
Yeah.
Bama is known for blitzing a little bit, but it's going to be easy to recognize. You're going to know when they're going through blitz. And to add to your point about no push with their defensive line, Alabama's defensive line is not really a penetrating defensive line. Yeah. They are a two-gapping defensive line. A lot of the times. Now on third downs, they're going to be a penetrating defensive line because
overload.
Yes.
Overload. Coach Saban believes pressure on third down. He definitely believes in pressure on third down. I know from being with him, he definitely believes that. Smart play there, throw it away. And even down here, you just got to be ready for the penetration and the overload once you get close down here. But I actually think that down here is where we're going to give them the most problem once we get inside the red zone with the ability of Jaden Daniels with his decision-making and his ball manipulation to pull, and get on the edge.
Yeah, they're going to have to account for him as a runner. No matter, what, inside the 5-yard line, they're going to have to account for him. That takes away from the inside run.
Well, besides Will Anderson, you have guys on there, talented guys on the defense that we have that aren't what we call them household names yet. Young guys, 5 stars, 4 stars, whatever it may be. Early in this football game, we are going to have to get off to a very fast start, and it doesn't mean we have to score a touchdown in the first drive. It'll be nice. It just means, in my opinion, flip the field. Get you a first down. Pick up a first. Yeah, couple first downs. keep the sticks moving and get some confidence in what you're doing.
Feel good about what you're doing.
That's right. And, you know, go back for me, Stu, right quick and freeze it to the beginning of this play right here. Because this is to Kev's point early on. When you have this defense and they come up in this situation and you have some guys down with their hands in the dirt, you have some guys jumping around, right? I can't see it on the big screen. It's behind me.
He's still trying to get
it. When you see these guys come, it's almost like that Jolie Dunn that I played against when he was at Mississippi State. And you have all these guys come up and walk around.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it hard for the offensive line to declare. You know what I mean? It makes it hard for them to declare. I don't know if this is it. Run it. So it's the next one, must be. But when you have all those guys come up, it makes it so hard for those guys to declare. Here it is right there. That's it, right? He paused it, Stu. That's it right there. You seen 10 come down in the box. The defensive lineman, you see him there with his hands up in the air. He backs up off of the line. And now you have 8 guys in the box, and the offensive line, you don't know. You see guys here, 65's here on the edge where he has nobody that he's blocking because his defensive line dropped off. So it's, to Kel's point, when they bring those guys up in the box like that, and we're going to have to make sure we declare right, and at the worst, protect the A-gaps that are direct lines to the quarterback. And the communication, it has to be big right here.
Oh, that's the number one thing, the communication. You know, it's something that they've seen on film already. They have a plan for it. Whenever you see them walking around and you know your plan and execute your plan when you see that defense.
Ball hawking corners. These corners go up and play. They're very physical corner. And, you know, that's what the position that Coach Saban puts his stamps on is those defensive backs. So you know what kind of attitude they're coming with already. You know, this is like any of the running things with Jaden, any of those things, his decision making, I think is going to do well. But I'm with Kel. We got to run the ball. We got to be able to run the football just to keep them on. This is the same thing here that we see with the defense. And this is a good part about it. If he keeps his balance right there, he's out the gate. He's out the gate if he keeps his balance. I would definitely, if I was LSU, mimic some of these things you're seeing from Texas. Definitely mimic some of these runs that you're seeing from Texas. And I'm going to tell you, man, like, to Kel's point, he has a clean pocket. That pocket is clean.
They scouted real well.
No, this pocket is clean, man.
And that's Sark.
Right. Knowing. Correct.
He knows.
Correct.
Feel. It's a running back out the backfield, running the seam route.
Correct. Good route. And you know, I'm going to tell you the other thing that give me a lot of solace and give me a lot of confidence going. It's like you're getting the Alabama team that's coming in here still with good athletes, good players. You still got the Heisman Trophy winner coming into the house. Still got good players. You hope they don't get it together. They don't figure it out against us. But you're also getting a team that's trying to figure it out. Like Kev pointed out, we're coming in at different points, but also trying to figure it out. And the pressure, for me, the pressure's on Alabama. The pressure's not on LSU. LSU wasn't expected to be in this position. So for me, the pressure is on Alabama and Coach Saban for trying to fix the problems that they've had thus far leading up and try to get back on course for what they wanted and what they've expected to have a national championship this year. So for me, man, I think we're in a great position as far as, you know, the pressure isn't on us. The pressure isn't on us to go out and win this football game. So these guys could go out and let it hang loose, let it free, and these coaches as well.
Looking at some of these plays.
You know, okay, hold on. You actually coach. Like, you coach these guys. So how different is it when you're the hunted as opposed to the one being hunted? You know what I'm saying?
You played.
Right.
You know how different it is.
It's different, bro.
You know how different it is.
I ain't coach, though.
It's still the same because your mentality is still the same.
The message still the same to the
message,
players.
The message
as a coach.
Yes, definitely. Because you've been there. You've understood that. You had that mentality where you was the hunted and where you had to hunt.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. Looking at some of these highlights, man. Texas almost won this game, right?
Yeah. They lost by 1.
Well,
yeah. This was the first game of the season, right? This is a kickoff classic.
They had a lot of opportunities to win this game. They had a lot of opportunities to win this game with some of the plays. Like, that's one of the plays right here. Guy slipped. The play you was talking about where BJ Robinson didn't keep his balance.
Right.
They had a couple of deep balls to where the
overthrown.
Guy
That's right.
Bobbled in the end zone.
100%.
You know, those
guys running wide open.
Those are the plays you have to make.
Got to make them.
But Texas quarterback also got hurt.
He got injured.
They had to put the backup.
Right.
Yeah, he got injured.
Texas was in the game.
And I'm gonna tell you, the only thing I say about this is, and I'll point this out whenever you have teams like Alabama, teams that are expected, like Ohio State this year, teams that are expected to do well, when they can survive these games, so to speak, it's the notch of a good team. But it's also, it shows invincibility and vulnerability.
Right.
In a chink in the armor, especially for Coach Saban to be this late in the season and still trying to get penalties, still trying to get guys lined up right, still trying to get communication between the coaches and the players right. That's a problem for an Alabama team. I would expect that from us as opposed to Alabama, where we have new coaching staff, new changeover, all that type of shit. This is unprecedented for what's going on with Alabama right now. And I know it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but the little things, when you play for Coach Saban, the little and Coach Kev, Coach Bill Belichick, and all these guys, the little things, because they know that eventually that's what loses football games. And so going into this game, there's a worry. There's a worry within the coaching staff. There's a worry within Coach Saban, because he knows his team isn't clicking on all cylinders, and especially offensively. You know what I mean? Defense, we can run around and make some plays, whatever. But when you match up against an offense such as ours, who's really doing well and really hitting its stride from what we see, and you go against a defense that's been getting outflanked, a defense that's been having penalties, a defense that's 100 and whatever right now in penalty yardage and lining up efficiency and all that becomes a problem. That becomes a real problem. And now when the expectation that you have, and this is a critical game for Alabama. And, hey, hopefully we won't see the tightness. Well, the one person I don't believe you'll see it from is Bryce Young. Bryce Young is just like our quarterback has to play well. If Bryce Young has a great game, LSU will be in trouble as well. You know what I mean?
You have to speed the game for Bryce Young.
You got to speed
the game up for him.
You got to get that young man going, bro. Like, he's so cool and calm. You got to get him rattled. You have to. You can't just let him sit back there and pick that thing up.
Yeah, that's why I say, Coach House, you got to speed that game up for him. Speed his mind, his thought process up.
Yeah, man, you got to. You got to. And I'm gonna tell you, we got any defense up there? What you got though? We got LSU. Cause I'm gonna tell you, now when we flipping into
LSU defense,
yeah, I think it's Stu. Why you laughing, dog? Why you laughing? Stu looked at me. You can't even see Stu eyes, but he's snapping, huh?
Yeah, you on my man though, man.
Nah, I'm a dog. I love Stu.
I know you do, but you on him right now.
Yeah, I'm always on him. I'm a dog. Cause dog Stu not feeling good. He think boy, this the real world. Boy, ain't about to feel no sympathy for Stu. You better get this thing going.
Damn, Stu.
You the producer, you the engineer, you run this thing, baby. Shit, we don't go if you don't go. You feel me? You gotta go. Rain, sleet, or snow. We're gonna make sure you good.
Man, he rapping now on the set. You know what
Cause
I'm saying?
man, Stu know I take care of my dog.
He rapping, he rhyming.
Stu, that's my dog. I take care of my dog. He gotta go though. Shit. He gotta go. What defense is there? Why y'all laughing? Why you laughing, kid? Why I fucking with Stu?
Yeah.
I'm a dog. I'm a dog, man.
You want to see LSU defense?
Yeah.
Okay, he coming. He gotta get.
Cause you know who's the key to LSU defense? Anybody got wild guess? Anybody got wild guess? You got wild. Who is the key to LSU defense?
Harold Perkins.
Big Perk Bowl.
Big Perk, baby. Big Perk.
The biggest.
You just gotta spy him on Bryce Young.
Dog, man, listen. That's a waste of spy. Bryce Young ain't about to run away from no Harold Perkins. You could do half of Harold Perkins on Bryce Young. Half of them, baby. Listen, this is the thing. I'm glad you put that up there, Stu. Good job, big dog. Good job. You like that better, kid? Big dog, my dog. Stu, my dog. Dog ain't fit. He working hard. He not feeling good, but you know what I'm saying? Shit, how many games you done played you weren't feeling good, Kel?
I'm not going.
How many games you done played you once feeling good, Stu? How many? A bunch, huh? Exactly. You already know. See, I knew to put it in terms that you'll understand, my dog.
You're a little older now, those.
Yeah.
Away from home.
Damn that. We're going to take care and get some chicken soup. This is what I'm talking about, though, right here. Because Bryce ain't going to miss that. We cannot have that. That's what I'm talking about, how we get off the slow starts. Defense, now, I love the fact how House. Okay, have you ever seen a D coordinator adjust so quickly?
No.
Like House?
No.
Dog, House had that shit dissect by the second quarter.
Well, it speaks for who he is as a coach.
Great coach. And the players, huh?
Players. And just their ability to understand during the course of the
I
game.
like House, dog. I like House. But we cannot do this.
But it says that they have a pretty good relationship. It speaks for their relationship with Coach House.
Yeah.
How they're quickly to get his system, quickly to adapt to who he is as a coach. But you heard that coming in. From a lot of, I know for me that I heard that coming in.
So did I. You right.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, the Badger.
Darryl, Honey Badger.
Yeah.
All of those guys.
Yeah.
You heard that coming in about Coach House.
They're raving about House. Same thing like what you see here. Same double pass. I'm trying to get it back. You going to see it? Now we set the screen up to the left side. We coming down the side. First down call. Little plays like this, man. Little plays like this where you use the defense. Now, this is the one thing that could hurt Perk and the boys is the momentum because, we're a fast-flowing defense. Look at the Perk. Well, not the Perk clone. He was Perk before Perk. 4-5. Now you see the same thing here. Similar to the same thing here. Here we get the throwback. You're going to see it. In some form or fashion, you're going to see it. Similar for the first down. And it doesn't seem like a big play because it only picked up the first down. Normally plays like that, you want to see it go for 40, for whatever it may be. But what it does is it keep your defense honest. And now you have something off of it coming back.
Right.
Now you have something off of it coming back. So to see it done twice, once at a different level, and now you see it against us. It's a whole different thing.
You're going to see it again.
Yeah, you're going to see it again. That was a Badger break right there. That was a great break. Great break by 3. Great break by 3.
Got to make it, though.
Got to make it. Because you know what happens after that? You don't make that, then it's a touchdown next.
Good read.
So now what you're going to see is this week is that be a pump fake, right? Because the one thing you're going to see is you're going to see those guys use your skill against you, aggressiveness, use it against you. So now be prepared for that. Aggression.
Ward right there, that should have been a pick.
I'm going to tell you, this secondary is slowly gaining some confidence. It was a pick. Slowly gaining some confidence.
And he held on that play.
Yeah, that was a pick.
What they call pass interference on Jay.
PI.
That was not pass interference.
Great play.
Oh, yeah.
Great play, the one-handed pick. Great play. And this is what you're going to need. The pressure up the middle by who? Pressure up the middle. That was 2-3?
That was Michael
Baskerville.
Another one, though. Another very instinctive player.
The linebacker's raw.
Oh, hey, he's one guy that anytime that we practice, people will say that he knew our calls. but he also knew formations. He knew what to look for.
Rewind
for what
that.
He ran. He was a very instinctive player, understanding player.
Pause it.
What the offensive is doing. I'm talking about Michael Basterfield.
You see who that is?
Oh man, we seen Perk earlier.
It's like a shark hunting his prey.
I was telling him he's intimidating just in regular clothes.
It's like he smelled blood in the water. Look at it's like he smelled blood and then he just stand over his prey after it's dead. Listen, man. This kid's gonna have a phenomenal game. I truly believe, man, like he almost got pressure right there. He reminded me of Micah Parsons so bad. I think that this game is gonna come down to whether or not we start the game out fast, whether or not we get off to a fast start. I don't believe you could get down like we have early on in the football game with Alabama and think that you could muster up over the whole game, especially if you get down 14 or 17 or whatever we have over the last couple games, because they're a team that's also looking to establish themselves and trying to turn the page and clean some things up. And when you have a team that's also trying to figure it out, but they still are ascending, there's no give. There's no, I'm going to stop this, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do this. They're going to work on everything, and once they see what is working for them offensively against our defense, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a steady dose of it. I really do believe that we're going to have to stop the run. I believe that they're going to come in and they're going to try to establish the run, and the run is going to be the focal point of what they try to do, because the front seven of our defense is, I think, our strength, right? But with Mason would have been huge in this game. With him being out, I think they're going to try to establish the run and going to try to hit big plays over the top. We've shown in the secondary to show some confusion. They've shown in the secondary to show that guys can be running free if you cross them up, especially if you get in this 3-by-1 set and run these crosses once you get 3 yards down the field. We've been letting that go a bunch. And I think you're going to see that. You're going to see some of that. But I think we're going to have to stop the run, bro. We're going to have to stop the run from Alabama. And once we stop the run, then I think we're going to be able to get into a good groove. Our offense has to get into a very quick start. I do believe offense has to get into a quick start. I believe Jaden has to continue to play as well as he's been playing. Turnover free. Our special teams have to step it up going into this football game. They have to step it up. Some of those damn fair catches that I don't know if you tell them to call fair catches with guys 20 yards away or whatever, Kev, you know that better than me. But
that's that new age stuff right now.
That's some bullshit, dog. Like, I always watch that cat way away from him, the cat calling fair catch. I hate that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, they be way away from him, still be jogging down. It's almost like it's predetermined already. They be waving, cats be 25, and they be sitting on the 15, they waving already. So I be thinking it's predetermined. Like, they just tell them, listen, we just going to, you know what I mean, take it away.
All you got to do to know if it's predetermined is watch the punt returner's body language. And he's going to tell
doing
you.
No movement.
No. When he know, he see that they're like 20, he's like, I could have given me an easy.
Yeah, easy 15. Yeah.
Could have given me easy 15. But like you said,
pad them stats, baby.
Some of that is predetermined. So.
I think it is predetermined sometimes, but that's the keys for that shit for me with LSU this weekend. What you thinking?
Well, just like you said, though, if they are able to run the ball, and I'm not saying getting 8-9 yards a pop, getting 3-4 yards, run the clock, pounding like old jab in boxing, you know. Yeah. Keep going at it. Keep going at it. And then once the safety starts coming up, that's when you throw the ball over their head.
Top.
You throw the ball over their head. And then later on in the game, that's, we all know that if they are able to run the ball, that's when those big runs start to come in, because you start feeling that.
We got to stop the run, and we can't abandon the run, like you said. When it comes to that. We definitely can't abandon the run, and we got to stick to the run. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back, man, and dive into this hot topics I don't know what the hell Jay got on there, right? It's a lot of them.
Man, I was about to say, man, they got some topics out there, Jay.
She don't.
Yeah.
We'll see what we got next. We got Major League Baseball going up. Ron got some stats for that shit. What's going on there? They got people trying to win that jug off of that.
Basketball.
It is basketball.
They got some basketball.
The Lakers suck right now, though. We got Dallas, the Pelicans.
Ooh, we got to go to a Pelican game.
The Heat, yeah. Who? For real? For who? We gonna tell us about that when we come back. That's TJ talking off camera. He don't know what he talking about. We gonna get him on camera.
Oh, the off the script type stuff.
Yeah, that's what I like though. That's what I like with these young gunners. We gonna be back. We gonna get TJ on camera to talk about this shit. We gonna be back on.
Yeah.
The dog is that. We gonna be back.
In a wreck, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys is ready to go to work for you. Come meet your team.
I'm your intake specialist. I coordinate your case and connect you with your attorney and paralegal.
That's us, your legal team.
Thanks. And we'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve.
I'm your settlements and disbursement manager, and I'm here to get you paid on time.
I'm attorney Gordon McKernan. Put our team to work today. Just call us. Get it done.
So shit, if he's gonna come out and do that every time, now come back and backtrack and try to call Jimbo, you know that I talked to Jimbo personally about this, and their friendship was a friendship that was more professional. Yeah, you know what I mean? Professional. Not we gonna spend time in the off season and with our families and all that bullshit. It was, very professional. You coach for me. We learn from each other, that type of thing. We know each other's bullshit also. I know your bullshit, you know mine. So why would you bring that up? You know what I mean? Why would you open up that can when now they going to dig into your shit? So now they going to dig into all the bullshit. Guys could come out that's disgruntled with you, could come out and say all kind of bullshit. Guys that you just offered that bag to, that didn't take it and went somewhere else and took the other bag. Now they could come out and say, you know what I mean? It's just all that shit. So why not keep all that in house? And coach just chimed in on that. Lane Kiffin chimed in too. Lane Kiffin was like, Lane Kiffin said his mouth was still wide open. It was 7 o'clock and he's still looking at the television. And the press conference was at damn 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what I mean? So all those coaches chimed in because they were surprised at what happened with Coach Saban saying that. Because if you think about Coach Saban, everything that he does is very calculated, and it's to move the needle in his direction, in his favor. So I don't know if what his motive was. I would love for him to let us know what that was, or to come out so we can find out. I don't know what his motive was, but whatever his motive was, it was definitely something that he planned, in my opinion, just from playing for him and knowing him as friends. Hot topics, dog.
How you feeling?
Hot topics. Let's get into that right now. What we talking about right now is, myself. I played for Coach Jimbo Fisher, and I also played for Coach Nick Saban. At the twilight of my years at LSU, transferring from Coach Jerry DiNardo. And I've spoken about this a couple times. We got to turn the air up down in here, dog. Damn. I've seen Coach Saban, honestly, get into a few spats with coaches, with players. And the one person, honestly, and everybody know Jimbo's my guy, but the one person that I've never seen back down is Jimbo Fisher, right? So for Coach Saban to go into the kind of rant that he did, but I think it was a very strategic, a very planned rant on his part. I don't know if the name calling part, I think somebody might have slipped him a Mickey or slipped him something before he got on that podium. Because for him to call out Jimbo and then call out Deion Sanders, which has put all his efforts into trying to revitalize the HBCU and trying to bring notoriety and some platform to those guys at the HBCU level, for him to call them guys, and especially for him to call them guys out after dog. Coach Saban been winning the damn recruiting war and the recruiting battles for years now. Do we really think that he's winning those without the under-the-table deals that's now on top of the table? I mean, it's college football. You've been dominating the sport recruiting-wise and coaching-wise for a while now. So my thing is, damn, you talk about parity and you want everybody to catch up. Well, parity is happening. You know what I mean? Parity is happening when it comes to the Texas A&Ms, the Clemsons, the Ole Miss, these teams that used to be in the middle of the pack, and now these teams are now stepping up to the plate because of NIL. And the question, and that's why I said when he was at this this meeting that he was having, it was for boosters. You know what I mean? It was how you talking about somebody else's money and you there begging for money. You there trying to get these people to, or you trying to let them know, listen, these guys, the reason why they took 4 of the top 8 guys that we were going after, and they are edge rushers and they are defensive players, it's because they got more money. It's because they offered these guys more money. Their NIL deals were better. So open up them textbooks and let me get this money. You know, whether it was that angle or the angle of trying to, like you said, get some kind of parity for the NCAA or the federal government, whoever the hell, to come in and regulate what they're doing with the money. I say this, man, you better catch up.
In a wreck, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys is ready to go to work for you. Come meet.
So well, I gotta tell you what happened. So, man, when they play that song, that fight song, man. You know, we only play that fight song in the fourth quarter and the start of the game. Well, it was a time where they were trying to rally us because we were getting our ass destroyed.
Yeah, it was 13-0 at halftime.
The band played the fight song in the second quarter.
Sure did. Sure did.
Man,
they absolutely
that
did.
Goddamn song got in my bones, and I started having a goddamn out-of-body experience. And I told Coach Saban was walking, and I told Coach Saban, Coach, I want to play. And he looked at me and said, why don't you step behind the line? So well, I gotta tell you what happened. So, man, when they play that song, that fight song, man. You know, we only play that fight song in the fourth quarter and the start of the game. Well, it was a time where they were trying to rally us because we were getting our ass destroyed.
Yeah, it was 13-0 at halftime.
The band played the fight song in the second quarter.
Sure did. Sure did.
Man,
they absolutely did.
That goddamn song got in my bones, and I started having a goddamn out-of-body experience. And I told Coach Saban was walking, and I told Coach Saban, Coach, I want to play. And he looked at me and said, "Why a step behind the line?"
The coach is the most important play in this whole thing with these guys, because one is new offenses, then guys are younger, guys are coming from different systems, coming from different everywhere. So the one that's the other fact that's going to come into this. Whoever picks this shit up the fastest, whoever picks this up
to even
where,
playing field.
Yeah, 100%.
Even playing field, because you talk about Miles Brennan having experience. He's had, 4 different coordinators in 4 years?
Yeah, but that helps him also.
Yeah, because that's just different terminology at that point. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
To bring back the Joe Brady one. That one worked. That one seemed to work.
Yeah, you adapt, man. You adapt to it. And Nussmeier, by him coming, his dad being a coach and coming from that pedigree and that background, this is also something that he should be comfortable with. I know he's young, but learning different terminology, concepts are basically the same.
It's just different verbiage.
Curl flat is curl flat. Goals is goals. You know what I mean? It's just different terminology. So that type of thing for them should get picked up pretty easily from Nussmeier, from all those guys. All those guys are smart guys. Miles, all those guys. They should pick that up pretty swiftly. But Nussmeier's advantage in this whole thing is, without a doubt, his legs. Without a doubt, his confidence. Without a doubt, his ability. And he actually reads defenses pretty good right now for the stage that he is in his young career. He picks up defenses and goes to the right place with the ball pretty good. His problem is getting them feet in line all the time or going there, because he's so athletic. You know what I mean? So sometimes he just relies strictly on that quick twitch and getting that ball out, but he has to get his feet lined up. And also with him, he has to work on that accuracy as well.
We had these sweatpants. I wish I still had them. Now, they don't fit the style now because they're like the baggier, but like they're gray. You remember the gray ones? Like the football had them. They were fire. Like the best sweatpants I've ever had, and then I lost them. But
I don't think you lost them.
You think someone stole them?
Yeah.
Do you sneak into my house and steal my sweatpants?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I figured
You're not picking up what he's putting down.
Yeah,
just go ahead and keep going.
Yeah. That's the one thing that's not leaving the apartment. There's not, those don't fit.
I'm just saying, watch yourself. Watch out. They're out for you.
He tried to let you go. You kept prodding with this.
Those don't fit.
Doesn't matter.
They're not wearing that.
There's a drawstring.
Yeah, they're going to cut them up.
They're not wearing that.
Bro, they were still in fraternity.
Right. Hey, now listen, I've lost some mini Lululemon shirts. I regret that. I've lost.
What is going on?
I've lost many a fraternity shirt.
I've lost some LSU
What is this,
gear.
the red light special right now?
I've lost some LSU gear that I wish I could get back. I ain't getting it back.
We're just trying to warn you about that gear. You only get it for the year.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm talking about my friends coming into my apartment and using my clothes. I don't know what y'all are talking about, but that's all I'm talking about.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I'm from Lafayette. My boys would come in, stay in my apartment.
Oh, God.
I don't know what y'all are saying. This is a children's show, boys. What y'all talking about over here?
Hey. Oh, my God.
What's so funny?
Say Lafayette that way better.
Oh, God.
Lloyd can't even get up.
That might be an all-time show moment. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Lafayette wants your LSU gear.
I told you, we don't take this.
And they're guys.
Awesome.
We got them. We back out here now. We got them Orlando boys back there. We ain't gonna put them out there. Florida in the building. That's all I can say.
All good, man.
In Boston, yes sir.
B-Town.
Saudi, that boy Saudi.
Nah, we gonna go over there and park the car in the garage.
We gonna park the car in the garage. Yeah. We was out there, boy. I'm telling you, that was an experience when I first got out there, boy.
I loved it.
Hey, Kel. I remember when I got out there, dog, and they had that nor'easter. Yes. They had a nor'easter come through, bro. And boy, I'm talking about that thing came through overnight. I went to sleep. It was beautiful. Woke up the next morning. I couldn't open my garage door. The snow was piled up against the garage. I called the cab. I say, boy, listen, the car, everything. I'm like, damn, why the garage door won't open? Boy, I go outside. I can't even open my door. Shit blowed in inside. I'm stuck. It's like 30 minutes before I got to get to practice, and Bill ain't trying to hear that. I hit Kev up. I'm like, dog, fuck I'm supposed to do? Like, I'm out there with the spatula that you use to flip eggs and shit, trying to get the snow off my car and digging it out. Thank God my next door neighbor had the little plow.
He didn't get it. He didn't get it. In the winter time, when you know snow coming, you have to prepare yourself.
You gotta prepare yourself.
Wake up an hour earlier just to make sure that you are able to get out to get to work. Because if you ain't got no snow plow machine or somebody come and plow your driveway, you stuck like Chuck.
No.
Well, when I first got there, it was me, my kids, and my wife. So we've never experienced snow before, so like we said, good thing it was a bunch of us and a lot of us. So we got up early and we shoveled the snow together for me to go to work and everything, for the kids to get out to go to school. And when my sister moved, I used to love my sister to death. My sister, Lord have mercy. Every time before she get up to go to work, boy, my wife would get up just to see her walk to the car. Because it was always a challenge.
It was a damn slip and slide session.
Because what people don't realize, bro, it's not just the snow that bothers you. It's the ice on the ground when it freezes.
It's the ice, baby. And like for me, I ain't had no what's the salt?
Yeah, no salt.
I had no salt. I ain't have no shovel.
You didn't prep. You didn't prep.
Bro, I ain't have nothing.
You didn't plan.
You know what I did that day? Because, I was late to practice that day, like still 10 minutes late. Dog, you know what I did immediately after I got out of practice? When I got some salt, when I got snow tires. Because remember that Ford dealership was right across. When I got snow tires, when I got a shovel, when I met with my neighbors after I got back and cut a deal with them, all that, dog. That was an experience.
I'm gonna pay y'all.
Yeah, straight up. Whenever that thing drop, make sure you come across the street, dog.
Yeah,
straight up.
You was in a nice area though.
Yeah. But and the thing with it was like that damn lake, for whatever reason, that shit draw. I don't know. It seemed like the shit draw extra snow over there where we was. So it was dope.
You was in a good area.
Yeah, it was dope, and I had good neighbors. Shout out to North Attleboro, man, for real. Back at it like Craftmatic. OPZ. Jay, what we got hot topic? We got hot topics.
Breaking.
Coming on now. Brought to you by David Richards Builders. Shout out to my man David Richards, man. One of the best builders in the Baton Rouge area. Tiger Dave, baby. Tiger Dave. Fletcher Painting. Appreciate you, Fletcher Painting. You've been rocking with me since I've been on that damn thing with Jordy, and now you rock with me over here. So I appreciate you, Fletcher Painting. What we got, Jay?
So the breaking news tonight was the Nets have suspended Kyrie Irving without pay for no less than 5 games for failure to disavow anti-Semitism.
They suspended him with no pay
for no less than 5 games.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy about that shit is though? It's like he retweeted, right? It was a retweet he did. It wasn't his.
He tweeted like a link to a movie.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't. It wasn't something he wrote.
Yeah, he wrote it. But if you would have saw the interview, like the actual interview, sitting down talking,
hey,
me and Ron said
don't have to see the interview. I just know Kyrie.
It's just the whole thing. You just like, bro, just stop talking. And he just
keep going.
What's fucking new though with Kyrie though? You know what I'm saying? It's like this shit with Kanye. Everybody's so up in arms about this shit. Like,
and that's the thing. It's the shit with Kanye. You hear that? You see what's going on with Kanye. Why would you go behind Kanye and say the same thing after you see what they doing to Kanye? And the NBA commissioner is Jewish.
Cause first off, it's like we always say in basketball and everything else we do. It's a copycat league. It is, right?
But
like,
ain't no
and then I know, but it's Kyrie. Just like Kev just said, like Kyrie Irving has been the topic of all kind of shit for ever since he left Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever it is, whatever he say, what he do, he's been making remarks. He just didn't say this. So of course, a guy like him is going to use this opportunity with how Kanye opened it up, right? He's going to use the opportunity to even piggyback on shit even more, in my opinion.
But is it surprising?
It's not surprising to me, but like, why isn't it freedom of speech?
It is.
Like, that's my question about it all, because they've all been saying this shit for years and decades. Kanye, yay, nigga want to be called yay. He been saying this shit for years. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the ban now is for what? Because a certain demographic is upset about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the shit with the same thing I feel with Kyrie, like, these dudes been saying and doing this shit for years. You know what I mean? This shit ain't nothing new. So why now? And I saw Charles Barkley and Shaq and those guys comment on it and call him an idiot, and you know, he shouldn't have said that. And if you're employed by, you know, the NBA or a certain entity, they are, and I agree with that to an extent. Like, yeah, you are. You cannot, like, once you say whatever you say, and it's freedom of speech or whatever. It's just like when people talk about legalization of marijuana, right, and recreational use, which I'm an advocate for clearly, right. So if you say I'm an advocate for this and I'm a legalize this and I want this to be done, well, now you can't come back and then flip and say the other way. You know what I'm saying? You can't come now and say I'm gonna do this, but it's not going against what you shown or what you did. So Kyrie Irving and Kanye West and all these people that have been saying, they've been doing this. They've been saying this shit for years. So why now is it that you want to censor, do all these things? It's because it's because he said it about a certain group of individuals. And that's where a sensitive group. And that's where now you have all this stuff coming against these guys. But if it's
sensitive topic.
But it is a sensitive topic.
Sensitive topic.
And it's just as sensitive as when you talk about blacks and brown people. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same thing when you have that topic come up with these guys saying the things that offend. It's offensive. It's offensive to certain people. But like, so if you want to have conversation, right? If you want to have conversation about things to change the narrative or to change what we want change, like, you're going to have hard conversations. And freedom of speech, to me, brings about the opportunity for you to have hard conversations. But in order for you to have hard conversations, you have to have hard people. You have to have hard people that are going to sit there and understand the other side of what you're speaking of, whether it's anti-Semitic, whether it's the ones that don't believe in Christ, whether it's the one that do believe in Christ. Whether it's you a racist, whether you whatever it is, whether you a racist that's black and you are racist against other black people. Because I experienced that coming here from Jamaica, where I first came here, where I'm dark skinned and you have fair skin, and I was ostracized and, you know what I'm saying, called all kind of shit because I was a darker skin. So you got to sit down and be able to willing to sit down and have those conversations, and have those conversations without being upset at the other person for their perspective or however they. Because, like, dog, we all come from different walks of life, and that's the beautiful thing about football and sports. Everybody comes from different walks of life. You have to come together, understand each other. That's why I take teams so long to build championships and to build these things, because you have to. It's so much more that goes into it than just getting on the field and running a play. You have to understand and be willing to work for that person and love that person and all the things that goes into it. So, freedom of speech. Well, what is freedom of speech then? You know what I'm saying? If you offend somebody or offend, like Kel pointed out, certain people who say, like I may be offended at somebody calling me a certain word if they're freedom of speech. That doesn't make it right that they offended me. So there has to be some kind of ground, you know what I mean, for it not being offensive, but also for me to freely speak whatever it is that I feel or whatever it is that I feel to come through to express whatever it is that I'm feeling. You know what I mean? So, it's however you take it. But I'm with you, Kev. It is offensive, just like it would be offensive to us as African Americans, black and brown, as things that we've been dealing with. So I definitely understand that thing from the Jewish community and Jewish perspective. What you got, Jay?
I'm going to go back to the news on the Brooklyn Nets, but women's basketball is having their second exhibition right now, and at the end of the third quarter, it's 99-34.
Who they playing?
Langston University.
Wow.
Facts.
Shazam.
99.
What's the score?
99-34.
In the third quarter.
At the end of the third.
99-34.
They might put up 200.
That's like what them scores you be seeing like at the first round of the NCAA games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That's a good sign though. Yeah, especially if you say they got 3 out. Listen, you know how.
Reed's probably not even playing.
Who?
Or Alexis Morris probably not playing. At this point, if they up that much, they're not playing.
Playing in preseason?
Well, no, they played the first game, but Angel Reese, Alexis Morris, and Ryan Payne.
TJ, we can't even see you, dog.
It's straight though.
But I'm asking, like, are they hurt? Or
no, they're not hurt.
Kim Mulkey just like we don't need to risk it. You feel me? When is the first regular season game? We might have to go to that.
I want to say it's next week.
What do you mean you want to say?
Monday,
we could look
Wednesday.
this up and find out real quick. Y'all tell my son we think.
Sorry.
We can find this out for show.
Got a lot of computer people.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
You got OP. You got Jay.
OP chilling right now. OP waiting for that baseball stuff right now.
I be chilling.
It's Monday.
It's Monday?
At the PMAC.
Who they got?
Bellarmine. I didn't want to butcher the name.
Who?
Bellarmine.
What? Who?
Bellarmine and Mississippi Valley, then West Carolina University. So, we just got
3-0 start. That's all. Shout out to Kim Mulkey with the 3-0 start right now. Average 30-point victories. Let's go.
Before the week even get here.
Before we even start, we're gonna beat them by 30, all of them. Mm-hmm. We're gonna come out 3-0 already. Flo J gonna average by 18, Gotta get Flo J up in here, dog. I like her positive vibes, her positive rap. I like her. That's another one of my favorites right there.
You gonna get her to spit some?
That's one of my favorites right there. Now, Flo J.
She got a little.
She got some. What? Kev, you ain't heard her? Man, pull up some of that thing, Stu. Let Kev hear Flo J. Very positive young lady. Spitting. Positive vibes. Look at JJ hating over her.
Why would I hate? I like her. I told you to go look at the freestyle.
Yeah, you did. She be spitting.
Right. You're trying to lie on me.
Hey, she gonna bring a whole new dimension to basketball. A whole another one. I can say that right now. Especially when she start balling. She gonna come out this thing. She went off. How tall is she, dog? Do we know? She be balling. I know that. Kim Mulkey and them girls gonna have a good year.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a real good year. Elite 8 at least.
If they was bring Caleb
at least. At least.
If Caleb Pointer had an extra year.
Hey, at least.
Definitely.
You want me to pull it?
Play that thing, baby. Play that thing. We're gonna let Flo J put up there and let The new LSU sensation. We're gonna highlight these. We're gonna highlight these young gunners, these young women. Of course. Y'all see it? LSU signee. Rookie of the year.
It's crazy, I'm the one they want
SEC
to
Rookie of the Year.
represent. Young black girl, I could probably be the president. I'm the voice of the youth. You hear my tone, I think it's evident. I know who I am. They mistake my confidence for arrogance. I think it's different, cause I don't take my clothes off. I just play my role, dog. I can't sell my soul, y'all. I just shoot a 3, put my arm up. I guess I show off. They sleep, I let them doze off. Wake them up, oh yeah, it's roll call.
Bars.
My chocolate is beautiful. I'm rocking it per usual. I'm loving every piece, man, from my top into my cuticles. Trying to play with my head. Real love won't be confusing you. I learned, make sure the one you put in first is also choosing you, man. Life is so crazy, many lessons and blessings. I'm steady stressing perfection. I keep neglecting my ethics. So much text in a message. I'm trying to lessen my stress. Finally understand my power. My presence is essence. They killed my daddy while my mama was pregnant. How I'm supposed to feel? And they took my grandma child from her. How she supposed to heal? And we out here starving, ain't got nothing. How we supposed to give? Seem like the system they set us up in, we supposed to fail. I'm so real, the mayor gave me a day in my city. But it's so sad that I can't even go and stay in my city. Shooting and killing. Little kids can't even play in my city. It's so wicked, they killed my dad in broad day in my city. But I still love them. I give them every dime that I got. It's running out, but I give you all the time that I got. You was the fakest in my circle.
Take off, my bad.
I'm sick into my stomach, about to vomit it out.
I know.
Ready or not, man, it's my time now. I done
don't
gave
wish
it
that on
everything
my
I
dog,
got. It's
my
time
bad.
to shine now. They done blew the whistle, man, my foot across the line now. Clock is ticking down, ain't got no 30-second time out. But guess what? I know I done made it, cause I don't seek an applause. I vow to never waste my voice if I don't speak for a cause. I reminisce, man, I just think and I pause. Mama told me, you keep shooting for the moon, you gon' have a seat with them stars on God.
Y'all heard it? LSU.
When was this?
Well, that was you. Listen.
Huh?
You know who she signed to? She signed now. Rockefeller, somebody. Yeah, she wrote.
Shout out to Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Dawgz, man. Rock Nation quiet as kept. Nobody knows that.
Yeah.
I'm a quiet member.
Yeah. There we go. Shout out. Hey, and positive, dog. Like that's what I like about it. Positive. She spitting positive, and she could hoop. Shout out to Flo J, baby. Yeah, can't wait. We're gonna have to go check her out, dog. We're gonna have to holler at Kim Mogan.
Monday night?
Monday night?
I'll be there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
They there every day?
No, men's is Wednesday, but I'll be there Monday and Friday for women.
Y'all check out the men. The men got to come with it now. Y'all got to come with it because them women coming with it. What we got up next, Jay?
Well, you had just said it, but Takeoff was killed earlier on Tuesday morning.
Oh, man. I don't even know how to address this. First of all, my condolences to his family, his friends, everybody close to him. It seemed like this shit happened
too often.
Too often, huh? Seemed like it happened too often. I saw it, and like everybody else, I was shocked to my core. He's my personal favorite member of the Amigos, the Grammy Award, the freaking. Everybody know Migos, man, and what they done for hip hop and changed the sound and everything like that. Known as the quiet member of the group, the chill dude, straight bullet is what they said happened. He got hit by a straight bullet. I don't really have much on it, bro. Just like, my heartfelt condolences to him and his family, but I think that it's so crazy, dog, because you don't even want to say, like, I hope this wakes people up, or I hope, like, this does something.
Say it perfect.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you hear it so much. You deal with it so much. You hear it so much in the news. About these guys getting killed, and
Dion said it perfect at the end. It's us. We can't stop talking. It's us. It's us that's doing it.
It's and then when you it's so crazy because when you hear white folks speak on it, like in the news. When shit go down, you get hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get hot when they talk about black people killing black people, or our culture killing black people, or you feuding or going against somebody that looked like you, built like you, came from the same surround, the same background as you. But then it happens like all the time. You know what I'm saying? This shit happens like all the motherfucking time, dog. Like we all, I think everybody in here that came out of some shit where you know of, seen, whatever. Somebody either getting killed, murdered, know of, whatever. And it's like, it's not a rap thing. It's not a athlete thing. It's not a black entertainers thing. It's just a culture thing, dog. It's a thing within us. You feel me? Like, it's a thing. There's a lot of things that I personally did not know of or experience in life until I came here to this country, being from Jamaica, right? There's a lot of things I did not know of, had no idea of until I came here. You know what I'm saying? And although in the small little island I grew up of, there was still crime and a whole lot more poverty than here. There was also a huge sense of like responsibility to your fellow, you know what I mean? Because the priority and the things that were important to you weren't the superficial things. It wasn't the jewelry. It wasn't the name brand shoes that were on your feet. It wasn't things of that nature. It was family and sustaining, right? Making sure the grandkids or whoever went to school, and you know, I grew up in a farming community, so that your harvest was good, and you know, things of that nature. Everybody worked and all that. And so for me, it's so different to see when I first got here that the priority was, and people paid attention so much what somebody had on, or how they looked, or how they, you know what I mean, like all the things that really did not really go into the makeup of the person. It was just, you know, their facade or whatever you saw it was. So to see that that's now and has been something that's sustained and something that's causing all this detriment, because that's kind of what I look at it as when I see guys getting killed because somebody has jury, because somebody has, you know, whatever, $1 million worth of jury on, or whatever it may be, and they get targeted. And I'm not saying this is what happened at Takeoff, but you get targeted for your jewelry, get targeted for your shoes, or get targeted for whatever it is that you have on. And that's that materialistic lifestyle and materialistic mentality. And until like us, and ain't somebody nobody else but our people, get out of that mentality of I want that, and that's glamorized, and that's what I want, it's gonna be a problem, Kev. Like, it's always gonna be a problem when you have cats talking about bounty on your chain, and you know what I'm saying, things like that. That's always gonna be a problem, dog. Like, that's always gonna be a problem when you know that you can just go out there and take from somebody, and that's what it takes, and that's how you get your stripes. And cats ain't giving you stripes now until you have some kind of bad something attached to your record or attached to your jacket, and that's how you get stripes. That shit's always gonna be a problem. And until that shit get changed, and doing the right thing is cool, and you know what I'm saying, like building wealth and taking care of your family and all the things that doing the right thing, until all that stuff becomes a cultural thing, we're gonna have a problem. Like, we're gonna always have a problem.
I couldn't imagine me being who I was when we were younger, going out. We went out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday. we were out all the time. I can always remember my mom telling me, "Why do you go out all the time? Why do you keep increasing the chances of you getting into any type of trouble?"
Yeah.
I never understood that, but now, as I'm older and I see and what's happening, like it's really making me like, you wanna go to the concert? Nah, I'm good. You wanna go to the movie? Like my wife really wanna go see Wakanda Forever. Nah, we gonna wait till it come on the Fire Stick. Promise you. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the mentality. That shit gets you in, man, because you see what everything was happening across the country, and it makes you fearful. You know what I'm saying? To be out, and especially when you know, I mean, you got kids, Stu, you got kids. This is it makes you fearful when you know you got kids, especially when you got good kids, to know that they're going out, being amongst all this bullshit that's going on right now. But, bro, like, you know, when you have the material that is so much more now with social media, so much more now of guys having their own channels, such as we're on right now. And it's so much more influential to these younger. Because if you look at the shit, I don't give a fuck where you at. You could be in any state, any country, like wherever you at. It ain't old motherfuckers doing crimes, dog. Like the shit that people talking about. It's the young kids. Like I saw somebody start a demographic now. It's like 16 to 24. I mean, like that's who doing all the shit that people are fearful about. Because there's no gauge or precedent being put on your life. So, hey, all I could do is pray for them. Pray for us. She got Jay.
Going back to the Brooklyn Nets, they head coach Steve Nash got fired.
KD got that man fired, dog. KD, why y'all laughing?
You think
that's
so?
KD got that?
I mean, he did not.
Man, what is y'all talking about, man?
Yeah, you did.
You did. KD got that man fired. What you mean, dog? Right. NBA, they don't fire players.
No.
They don't fire. Let me say they don't fire superstars. Right. Who the fuck you think they're gonna get it go? KD, Kyrie, or this dude?
The coach.
Nash.
He gotta go.
Then you saw when Nash felt the pressure last week when y'all put Nash up on the thing last week, and he looked like a complete psycho. You remember when y'all froze that and Nash was up there with those big old eyes like he wanted to rip the referee's head off? You remember that shit?
Yeah, coach, he was going through it.
He was going through it, and it was because
coaching.
Dude, listen to the beginning of this shit. What the fuck Kyrie them said at the beginning about having a coach? We don't need one.
Oh man.
Remember that? You remember that? Kyrie said we don't need no coach. Yeah. We got me, KD. We don't need no coach.
Coaching.
So that automatically right there.
Kyrie though.
Who? But dog, you hear a cat come in and say we don't need no coach, right? And KD the superstar, but you already know KD is better when he have like two other superstars to buffer his motherfucking ass.
I'm not gonna say superstars. One other superstar and a guy that can really play off of both of them.
Play off? I ain't even talking about like so much for the playing component. I'm talking about just like when he was in Golden State, I had Steph and Draymond, right? Draymond was like that guy that nigga shut up, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Not even on the. You're not even talking about on.
Because you know he get involved with Twitter beefs so
I got
he was. You could do whatever you man. Listen, just get buckets get buckets. KD need to be somewhere where he just come and just play. Like you ain't got to go do all the other things. That's when he is best. Same thing with Kyrie. When Kyrie was best, when he was with LeBron in Cleveland,
but you said
and he had that buffer.
You said that earlier though,
bruh.
Freedom of speech kills him.
Yeah. And Kyrie is a me guy. You feel me? He's a me guy. Kyrie's a me. He's tremendous talent, all that, but he's a me guy. Oh, man. They got that boy fired out there, man. Steve Nash. Steve Nash was over. Like, dog, Steve Nash, that was his first job. Wasn't that his first job?
Yeah.
Exactly. You know how many more people would qualify more than him? You put that damn, what's the boy name that started Golden State run and they fired him?
Mark Jackson.
They could have put Mark Jackson over there with Brooklyn. Mark Jackson would have been a great fit over there with Brooklyn. You understand me? First of all, everybody respect Mark Jackson. First as a player, and also everybody know he started that shit in Golden State. They bringing them guys together. He put the recipe together over there. You feel me? He put the recipe together. They just cooked the meal. You understand? That's all that happened.
They cooked it well done.
They cooked it. They did a great job cooking. Now I ain't gonna lie.
They was cooking.
They did a great job cooking that meal, baby. But the ingredients, he put the ingredients together and let it marinate, baby. For real.
You see where we going at, huh, Louisiana? We always gonna add our
Cooking,
spices to that.
That's
one.
little cayenne pepper, baby. Little Scotch bonnet. What you got, Jay?
LSU and Ole Miss women's soccer had a fight.
Soccer. We got film?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's crazy.
Ooh, they was slug. Why I can't see it? Oh, Lord, they were slugging it out. Well, we in the purple?
Look in the left, like right there. It's gonna.
Oh, no.
It's gonna.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell. Ooh. Oh. Well, look at 12. Boy, that look. What's she dragging her?
I told you.
The men better not swing. None of the men better not swing.
It's going to show you closer, though.
Oh, my Lord. Boy, number 12. Serious, boy. She taking up for her teammate, dog.
What's going on over there, man?
Hey, boy. I ain't going to lie, though. That little white girl from the other team was swinging.
She swung the first punch.
Like she was not playing. We going to see this again?
Yeah.
Lord, have mercy.
They got a bunch of replays.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, yeah, close up. Oh, let's go 9. Get that thing. I don't even know why they start swinging like that. Oh, she pulled her. Oh. Get off me, you fucking.
last.
Boom. Oh, nah, she missed her.
She hit a mean hook to the back of the head. That's crazy.
They kicked out?
She got ejected.
She look like she crying. Why she crying?
Yeah, she not the only one that got ejected. We got another one that got ejected.
Yeah.
A couple of them should have got ejected. I ain't gonna lie though. That's how you take up for your teammate though. I ain't mad at that. I ain't gonna lie to you now.
You see, I love that as a former player because we gonna take up for.
You gotta take up for your teammate. And then that girl grabbed her by her waist and swung her around. Yeah. That little girl ain't do nothing wrong at first now. And then that little girl started swinging on her like crazy.
That was on the Ole Miss player for sure.
Yeah, she should have got kicked out. She would defend
herself.
She
did. She got ejected too.
Yeah. Shit. I like that. What's that girl name that was fighting?
Maya Gordon.
Maya who?
Maya Gordon.
Gordon. I shout out to Maya Gordon. You girl taking up for your team.
No. Maya was the one who was fighting initially. Number 12.
LSU?
Yeah, 12 is who ran up on her.
Nah, shout out to all them LSU soccer girls that were just fighting, man. You taking up for your teammates. That's what you should do. You should take up for your teammates. One go, we all go. I'm with that. One go, we all go. They can't kick us all out. And then look, she wasn't in the wrong. You gotta take. Listen, you gotta take up for your teammates. You gotta take up for your teammates. I don't care if she in the wrong or she in the right. Once them things start swinging, you start swinging too. You take up for your teammate. We'll deal with the consequences later. Shout out to her, to all them women suckers. All y'all invited in here. What we got next?
You saw that Mickey Joseph expected to become the Nebraska head coach.
Really? What's their record?
Let's see.
I thought Mickey just screwed up something.
No. Scott Frost was the head coach.
I know that, but Mickey been the interim for a couple weeks now, since the beginning, since they fired him. What's their record?
3-5.
What was their record when they fired Scott Frost?
0-3, I think.
Oh, Mickey did a good job, I guess. Mickey, hey, shout out. He the first black head coach? Oh man, shout out to Mickey, man. Shout out to Mickey, man. That my
Mickey Joe.
Mickey Joe. Shout out to Mickey Joe, man, and congratulations. Is it official?
No, it ain't official.
Oh, it ain't official. Okay, well I ain't gonna jump the gun, but we gonna speak that thing though.
Yeah, speaking into existence.
We're gonna speak that thing.
You know how things happen.
Yeah.
So
shout out, man. I hope he finishes the year off strong.
Praying for him.
And go ahead and go ahead and get that job. The more black head coaches you can have in college football to build more parity, have more parity, I'm all for it. And not just that, especially if it's a guy that's deserving of the job, that has the skills to do the job. And Mickey, Mickey been in the business for a long time.
Man, he's one of those guys that you know, when I got in, totally looked up to, because he's, like you say, been in it for a while, and he understood some of the things that I was lacking, recruiting.
Yeah.
Showed me the way and kind of guided me a little bit, and I'm thankful for him.
Yeah. A lot of
say Mickey got his second recruit, second commit of the class earlier this week, and he got 2 more that's heavily targets for Nebraska.
As long as he don't come get none of these boys out of LSU, shit, Mickey, then we're going to have a damn problem. What we got, Jay?
Right. With it being Bama week, we wanted to show what you did against Bama.
Here you go with this bullshit. Here y'all go with this bullshit. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Look how old this footage is.
Lord.
Lord
you know that ain't HD.
That's I forget what they call it, floppy disk. This floppy disk right here. Hey, but look, this was a good day. This was a good day for LSU. Great day for me. That's my dog right there. That's for your hometown right there, Kel. Hey, he was the closest thing to you since when you left, dog, that I played with. Double D. He was the closest thing to you. As far as like y'all strength, explosiveness. Only thing you had on Double D that you had on him, you had them hands, baby.
Josh Reed.
And the wiggle. Double D was a monster. Listen, why did y'all decide to put this on here, dog? Who? There y'all go. Them boys threw you under the bus.
I guess he's trying to tell us we going to Hooters after this, y'all.
Hooters.
Who? You hooped a little bit.
Well, look, I hope Jay and Daniels throw for 5-something Saturday. Ooh. And we rush for 3 whatever. You know, Robert Roy right there. One of them great tight ends out there.
Double R.
Robert Roy. The great Robert Roy. You see it. Jarrell Myers, the great Jarrell Myers. Everybody I'm going to say going to be great. Kid.
I was about to say.
Everybody going to be great. He was great. It was great. Great Josh Reed. Right there. Great. Y'all crazy. Hey, y'all crazy for this.
You probably can critique every last play.
I remember every one of them.
Every last one of them.
I remember every one of them.
You remember the ref?
Yep. And I remember getting cussed out by Jimbo in this fucking.
Was this the game?
Yeah, he cussed me out in this game because I went to the wrong side.
Yes. We talked about it a few weeks ago.
Bama week, baby. Bama week. What's so great about this is I appreciate y'all putting that up there, dog. Thank y'all. But look.
I need to see the ref.
Take it down.
Keep showing that ref again, please.
Show what?
The ref.
With the glasses?
Yes, indeed.
Look at toe.
Hey.
The tow truck.
That he was.
Look at the young Saban. That when he had hair.
He still got it. It's not right here.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
He didn't look like he had no hair when he was.
But it's funny though, man. Like we come into this game this week, and 3 weeks ago, motherfuckers ain't never think that we would be anywhere near even having an opportunity to win this football game. And not just win the football game, but you go in this football game, win the game, and get on top of the West.
Right.
And now it's like a whole different ball game.
It's an 84% chance of whoever wins.
But it's crazy though how.
That's how it always is.
It's crazy how things change. How time allows things to change.
100, bro. It's like, now let me ask you this, and this is the question because of what the weather is supposed to be.
Rain gonna be done by 12.
Shit, I heard rain supposed to come in the evening. But this is the thing: who wins a sloppy game?
You can't pick nobody win a sloppy game.
Who wins a sloppy game? Who is it in favor of?
You can't pick nobody.
Who is it in favor of?
It might be you.
I know slippage and I know turnovers and all that come into play. But when you think about a sloppy game, you think about ball control. You think about running the football and all that.
So if it's even,
you think it's even?
If it rains, it's even because you got 2 quarterbacks that's mobile, so that's a running threat. You're putting the ball in their hands every time, and then you got
how mobile is Alabama's quarterback right now?
They are running them less with the shoulder thing.
How mobile is Alabama?
They running it more though.
They run, yeah. Well, you got to stop the give.
That's what I'm saying. They're running it more physically.
Yeah, but not with the quarterback. Alabama.
I ain't say that. I said running game.
They got two good running backs.
I know. That's what I'm talking about. The run. That's what I'm
Gibbs
saying
and
about.
McClendon.
That's why I'm talking about the running game. Like we Shit, we got some gangsters.
Oh no, for sure.
But that's what I'm
just
saying. Like when you pair offensive line, they have a good offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Our offensive line. Now their defensive line, our defensive line. Because if it comes into a slot fest and you're gonna run the ball, you're gonna see run, short passing game with the traction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, of course, turnovers gonna come into play. You know what I'm saying? Slippery. If this is what the traction is, but if it comes into a game to where, from what we've seen thus far, if it comes to where it has to be a run game, we got to slow the game down. Who does it favor? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like for me, like I'm trying.
Well, I think I'm going to say Alabama because we've just started pretty much running the ball, and not consistently, but enough to, keep us in the game.
Yeah.
When you run the ball, especially like you saying, if we come to a game where it's sloppy, we got to be able to change the formations up, motion to it, motion away from it, same side ball handling, just some different things to change it up because with him, he's checking everything. He's checking all the boxes of what our favorite runs are.
Yeah.
What our favorite formations are out of that run. How we can get to that formation from a different formation. So we really got to be thinking about that.
Yeah.
Especially if it comes to one of those games where it's raining.
Well, that's one of them things like you pointed out. Like now, coaching comes into play. A lot of coaching and decision making comes into play, and I mean it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting to see if the weather plays a part in the football game, because now it neutralizes guys. You know what I mean? We've all played on those surfaces where it slows you down. You have to be a little bit more precise. Like, the things that you was talking about, Kev, where you were saying, like, where you couldn't pick is, like, guys cutting on the wrong foot and all that. And it's, guys coming in, trying to make tackles, guys slipping off, just things of that nature that comes into play when you
things they get away with when it's dry.
Yeah. So it's going to be – but to your point, Stu, ball security is going to be an issue. Ball security is going to be something that we're going to have to pay attention to. And
decision with the ball.
Yeah, and both of these guys do a good job with it. We've seen it from Jay and Dan. We know what Bryce can do. So it'll be very interesting. It's a battle of LSU, Alabama, but I truly believe that whatever quarterback plays the best, that team
will win the game.
Yeah, that team wins the football game.
That's usually the case, though.
Especially in this one, though.
Yeah, you're right. But that's usually the case, though. If that's certain, I guarantee you, over 75% of the games, if the quarterback plays well, that's the team that's gonna win the game.
True.
So,
what you got?
That's really all I got. But I'm ready to get my prediction.
You up first.
I'm gonna say.
We're gonna rap. What you got?
I got LSU 45-35.
God damn.
I think they might. Hey, LSU been doing that.
45-35.
With that being said, I already been said Alabama 45-35. I think that it's gonna come down to LSU probably gonna get off to a slower start than Bama, and
well, the only reason I think they not.
Alabama been scoring at 40 consistently, but here's the thing.
Right.
That's my non-bias to pick, because y'all know the Tigers LSU coming, baby. And look, all I'm gonna say is, if LSU does score 40 points or more, it'll come down to either a turnover, a costly play. Like, it's gonna come down to something down the wire.
But they've been
LSU by 1,000.
They've been harping a lot though about like starting off slow. They was talking about that in press conferences, just saying like we got to get off to a fast start.
We've been harping on it.
But they've been talking about it, so I think they probably gonna.
Talking about that shit and doing is two different.
That is true. That is right. That is true.
What you got, O? What you got?
Shoot, man. All right, so I don't think we're going to get blown out, but at the same time, like, it's just... All right, so I got Bama 38-31.
LSU. You got Bama. Who you got? You got Stu. And why? Come on with this shit, dog. You done had 2 people to go.
I know, but I don't want to steal nobody's school. I'm trying to make sure I got the right.
You done had.
Cause he know he want to say what I said.
No, chill out.
He said no, chill out.
I'm gonna go LSU 35-28.
Why?
Jaden Daniels makes plays with his feet. That's the kryptonite for Alabama. He makes some plays. The receivers make some plays. You get a few big runs, not a big touchdown run, bless you, but a big run somewhere in there, a couple of them, and it just keeps the Alabama defense honest. And then you get some big plays over the top. Keyshawn Booty, a big night. I can see it. 35-21. LSU. Defense gonna confuse Bryce Young a little bit. He hasn't played in a Tiger Stadium.
Who?
Bryce Young.
Listen, man.
Tennessee was crazy,
but
the kid don't get. I see what you're saying. He really don't
questioning Bryce Young's ability.
Oh no, he cold.
And like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not. We're gonna have to affect him 100%. But I mean, the motherfucker done shown he can play football. You know what I mean? He can play the position. So it's not. You know, I'm not banking on him having a horrible game. You know what I mean? For us, but we gotta affect them for sure. My prediction for the football game. Man, like TJ, biased, unbiased. If Jaden Daniels continues to play like he's been playing, LSU win the football game. If the weather, and I don't use the weather as an excuse because we all got to play in it. If it has to come down to a run concentrated game, I think the Alabama offensive line has the advantage when it comes to that. But I think the catalyst to that shit is offensively staying on schedule, right? And just being able to not do the wild things, but just being able to do the little efficient things to keep the sticks moving. Because I do think the traction of the field is gonna come into play. I think that's gonna come into play somewhere. So I'm gonna say my unbiased opinion is I think it's a dog fight. I think that these kids that's on LSU staff, LSU's roster right now don't give a damn about what the history is of LSU, Alabama. I think you have a coach that doesn't. I think you have a quarterback that's trying to build and continue to build his identity and leave his mark on this program. And I think that LSU wins in a slugfest, so to speak. 27-24, 30-27, somewhere around there. You laugh for it, dog.
Cause you went around it, you talked around it, and then you
back to it.
Yeah, you came back to it, and I was just laughing because I was really thinking 28-24. These games between Alabama and LSU are always different. You can't really determine it until it actually starts, really, honestly speaking. Once you start seeing it, you can kind of determine it.
How it's going to go.
You can kind of determine how it's going to go. But at the same time, I think that it's going to be one of those games guys have to figure out what's going on. And yes, we do have to start early.
We got to start fast.
Got to start fast.
I'm going to tell you the shit that go ahead, can I finish?
Starting fast for us is not meaning as fans start fast, score points. Right. Start fast for us means starting fast for us for confidence.
Right.
To move forward throughout the whole course of the game. Like if we get 2 or 3 first down, move the ball, and we go for it on 4th down inside the 15-yard line, I'm good with it. I'm good with that because that let me know that we moved the ball down the field. We might should have kicked the field goal, but I'm good that we moved the ball down the field, so that gives them confidence. And we come back. Then we come back again and move the ball and score again.
Well, 100%. So what you think? Predict.
28-24.
I got you.
28-24.
And let me tell you, there's gonna be if the game
LSU.
Be clear.
Let me get that straight.
It's gonna be a point in the game, man, where decision making from the coaches are going to come into play, where clock management or something of the sort, situational football, is going to come into play, and that's going to be part of the determining factor in the outcome of the football game at some point, whether it's before the half, after the half, whatever it is. And I have so much confidence in Matt House and the defense and how he adjusts to what he sees, what they're doing offensively and what they're trying to get done to him. So I have so much confidence in him, and I think the game for Matt House and the defense does not start until after the first quarter. But what has to happen is the damn game got to start at the beginning of the first quarter.
Right.
This game, and we can't get behind that early to Alabama, because there's only so many times that you can get behind, and try to dig your way out of a hole. And in a game of this magnitude, where you also have a team in Alabama who's trying to get on course, get back on track, and also ascend and go to the SEC championship, they're not going to allow you, even if you have great will, to be able to come back from a 10, 14, 17-point deficit. So let's not get ourselves in that hole. Let's get off to a fast start. Let's design some things to get that ball in Seven's hands quick and get him established. And let's distribute that thing to the plethora. After you get him established, get that thing established to the plethora of receivers that we do have. Continue to hand that thing off to Josh and them boys in the backfield, and keep a balanced attack going into this football game. Don't go away from it, even if it's something negative happens early. Continue to press your game plan. So, man, I look forward to coming back next week after a victory and talking about, looking forward to a continued great season for the Tigers. Continued great season. We got everybody predictions. We gonna see. Me and Kev close. Jay think it's gonna be a blowout.
I didn't say blowout.
45-30. Didn't you say 45-35?
Mm-hmm.
That's a high score. Could be, though. They've been averaging 40-something points a game, so we'll see.
Well, Nick Saban ain't allowing that off his score.
That's a lot of points.
You never know.
You're right.
All right. Hey, gotta play the game.
Gotta play the game. For my dog, Stu. Stu, man, get your eye checked, dog. Tomorrow, please. We're going to say prayers for my dog, Stu. TJ, we got the Orlando boys in the crib. We're going to holler at them, even though they came
boy from Boston.
Beantown in the building. He a Saudi. Hey, that boy.
Nah, let it go.
That's all right.
Let it go. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I'm going to leave him alone. I'm about to put him out there, but I'm going to leave him alone. You don't want to drink with him, though. We're just going to say that. Oh, Peasy. What's going on in baseball, dog?
The Astros up 2-1 right now on the Phillies.
Game what?
Game 5.
Shit. Shout out to Bregman, man, and them Astros boys. Go ahead and bring it home, baby. We always rooting for the boys from LSU. Jay, what you got up for the weekend?
We going to the basin after the game.
Look at TJ.
VIP skipped the line.
Kev, you saw TJ rub his damn eyes.
Man, I just know what TJ told us earlier.
TJ, right?
I know he told earlier, man. TJ said you ain't even got to get in line, son.
TJ.
All you got to do is show up and TJ like this.
Put TJ on the thing. Get up in here and let him know what you're doing this weekend, big dog. Let him know how it's going down. Get up there and go over there somewhere so they can see you, dog.
We going to be at the basin.
Go ahead, where TJ at? Go ahead, go somewhere so we can see you. There you Go over there, TJ. Tell them what we doing. The big. Oh Lord,
my worst brother.
We dropped
Something is wrong. Something wrong with these sisters. And brothers, right? Hey,
All right,
what we doing, TJ? Go ahead. Let
so
people
look,
know.
this weekend, look. First of all,
Tell them your role and everything.
We
first.
tailgating at
Let's
the
be
Unity.
Professional.
All right, look. We tailgating at the Unity Fields from 12 to 6, the official Black LSU, Black Bama. We're going to have all the Greeks out there, all the alumni, everybody. So come out, you know, we're going to have the food on the grill. So, yeah, just pull up to that before the game. And then after the game, we're going to be at the Basin with it 10 to 2. But, look, we get an extra hour in the club because daylight saving time. So if you got to go home.
Promote that. You got to promote that.
We get an extra hour. So, look, if you got to go home, shower fresh, come to the club clean, you know. We don't want you musty in the club, and yeah, come out and have
me
a.
to sleep a little
we
bit.
doing our biggest one. Like this, the LSU Bama game, the first time since 2018 we'd have been full capacity. So be ready all day. It's a marathon. Oh God, I'm out.
You heard him. You heard him. You heard him. Y'all go support my dog, man. Big, doing big things in the city. Anytime you hear about him, he over here snickling and shit. Stop all that goddamn snickling.
That's Jamil.
Y'all stop all that goddamn snickling. This made me lose my damn train of thought. Never mind. We ain't gonna shout TJ out no more. But y'all go support my dog, man. Go support TJ at the Basin this weekend, wherever else the hell y'all see him on flyers and he opened up for X. He the hype man. He does it all. So y'all go support my dog, man. Young entrepreneur doing this thing. Y'all shout out my dog right quick. But look, we're gonna be back next week after LSU takes down the big bad elephants. Talk about getting to the SEC championship. But we're gonna be there, baby. We're gonna be there.
Tigers LSU coming, baby.
For the crew, Stu, O'Peasy, Jay, that idiot right there. My dog Kev, you already know, big bro. And myself. We're going to be back and we're going to see y'all next week on where my dog's at. Yeah.